Hi, today we're going to make homemade pizza. The crust I'm using is the pizza crust from Martha White. So it's semi-homemade. I'm not making a crust. The pizza sauce I use is Ragu, just a traditional. Canola oil. It's probably need to be vegetable oil, but I don't have any, so I'm using canola. I'm putting Hormel pepperoni. I got 25% less fat. I'm using this. I'm going to fry this up and drain the grease off it, and that's going to be my sausage. And I also have about 6 strips of bacon that I have in the oven. And also I'm going to use some mozzarella cheese. Maybe a little Parmesan that I have. Where I had it in the freezer, I took it out. So I'll come back when I get ready to mix it up for you. Okay, I don't like Italian sausages, so I'm going to use these pork sausages. It's just a Kroger brand. They had 2 for $5, so I just got them. And it's 8 of them. And the thing about getting these as opposed to the roll ones, when they cook in larger pieces. And that's what I want them to do. So, we're going to cook these. I'll let them cook whole or whatever. And then I'm going to chop the big pieces. And right now I'm also, remember, I'm fixing the bacon. So when I come back, we're going to make the little crust, which is really easy. All you do is add hot water, let it sit for 5 minutes and rise, and then you add your little oil to it. And that's all you do. And the Martha White brand is pretty good. I bought it before. I'll be back. Each bag, you're going to need a ½ cup of hot water and a teaspoon of pure vegetable oil. I have canola. We're going to substitute today. So I'm going to go ahead and make up all of the dough at one time. I'm going to use 3 packs. And I don't have a pizza pan. I'm going to actually use a oversized cookie sheet that I actually bought from one of the schools. When the schools had those sales, I haven't bought them in a while, but that's when I purchased this one here. So it said combine the pizza mix in the hot water in a medium bowl. So this is actually a cup and a half because it's a ½ cup per bag, and I actually have 3 bags here. So you're going to stir this with a fork about 30 strokes until well blended. Shake dough into a ball. If it's too sticky, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of flour. Brush with oil and cover and let stand for 5 minutes. So that's our directions. Okay, now we're going to shape this into a big ball. We're going to put that oil on it, and then we're going to cover it for 5 minutes. We're going to remove the fork from it, and my hands are clean. Hold it into a ball. It's going to be a big ball now because remember we have 3. And it's not sticky, so we're good on that. But see, I have some down in this pan. It hasn't formed yet, so let's kind of try to get that worked in here. Now we need to brush it with oil. It's my oil. We're going to flip it. Do the same thing over again. We're going to cover this and let it sit for 5 minutes. And we'll be back because that's when we're going to start rolling it out. By then our bacon should be done, and so should our sausage. And this is very, very quick. Doesn't take very long at all. I'll be back. Like we've covered it with the oil. We've added everything to it. I'm sorry, I think the camera was out of view. I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. We're gonna cover it for 5 minutes. Then we're gonna roll it out. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and it says to press the dough. It has risen, y'all. It says to press the dough in the prepared pan. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring it back over here and show you how to put it together. Okay, so here we pricked this with the fork on 475. Put it in the last thing on the oven, the last rack in your oven, and bake it for 5 minutes. So we're gonna set the timer, bake this for 5 minutes, and then we'll start assembling our pizzas. Prepping it. It was in there for 5 minutes. And looking at this, I probably could have added more to the other pizza, more of the dough. So we're going to spread this out generously. I bought some pizza pans from the Dollar Tree, and I don't know what I did with them, so I'm having to use my cookie sheet, but that's fine. It's going to be okay. It doesn't have to be round. Okay, so we're going to use just about this whole jar on this. And so then we're going to start putting our toppings on. That's enough of that. So first we're going to start with our pepperoni. Wash my hands. We're going to start with pepperoni. And this is the 25% less fat. I know a piece of fat in it, but we cut back some kind of way, can't we? So, all right. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our sausage. You don't want to saturate too heavy in any one spot. And I was kind of impressed with this sausage because it didn't accumulate a whole bunch of grease, and it's not like, it doesn't have like a lot of filters in it like some you get later, like a ground up gristle or whatever. This didn't have that. Okay, so I don't want to overdo it. And now we have bacon. And the other pan is a lot smaller than this. So and I also like to put green peppers. I try to cut them up real thin. And onion on mine. I used to make this a lot. It's been a long time since I made it homemade. Okay. So now we're going to add our cheese. I took this out this morning because it was in the freezer. So see, it kind of caked up there in the bag, so I have to loosen it up some. Caked up there. These two pieces are caked up. So is this. So I'm probably going to have to use some of that other cheese. Now, I want to also add a little pepper. I think this is salty enough. I want to add a little pepper to it. Okay, so that's how this one's looking. Now let me do the smaller one because I may have to end up using some more of that cheese. That's not enough cheese for me. Okay, so here's our second one. It's a little small one. And we're going to do the same thing to this one that we did to the other. Oh, goodness, making a mess. Enough sauce. Now let's add our pepperoni. And I took out what I wanted to use and I put the pack up, but I may need to get it back out. No, I don't. Look, perfect. That's enough. And so now we have our sausage. And then we have our bacon. Try to spread it out so there's a bite in each piece. So let's go in with the onions first this time. I try to cut them up small, but okay, so now we're going to go in with our cheese. Now, it's really caked up. I thawed it out in the refrigerator. It probably would have done better if I would have thawed it out on the cabinet, but I didn't want to leave it out all day like that. I just didn't, so. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough here. Again, we're going to hit it with just a little pepper. Okay. Now this big one doesn't have enough cheese on it for me. So, I'll be back. See, it's a lot of spaces where there's no cheese, not enough. So, I do have more mozzarella, it's just frozen. So, we're going to have to break it up frozen. And when I get this, when I find it on sale real cheap, like sometimes stores around here have it, you buy 8 bags, they're $1.49 a piece. I'll just buy 16 of them and put them in the freezer. But, you know, if you're going to use them, make sure you thaw them out a day ahead. Okay, I'll come back when I have it finished and show you what it looks like, okay? The pizza, once I got through putting a little bit more cheese on it. So, I'll bring them back when they're finished. Pizza cutter, guys. I don't know where it is. Like I said, I haven't made a pizza in years, so I don't know where it is. So, just want you to see what it looks like. It's a thin crust. This is a paper plate night because this is a work night. So. Back up some. A piece of cutter would have got that right out of there. Just want to show you what it looks like when I pick it up. Piece got left. Let's see what that little piece tastes like. It's good. It's good, y'all. All right. Enjoy your night.